What's going on, guys? I have a story time video for you. This one's a little rough. I mean, this story is it's incredibly embarrassing, and most normal human beings would probably keep this to themselves, but I am not among most normal human beings. And the older I get, the less shame I have. This is just something that happened. It happened in the bathroom, and a lot of times things happen in the bathroom. People usually keep to themselves. But honestly, I think it's hilarious. When it was happening, it was not funny at all. I felt quite violated. But anyway, let me give you the setting here. We're sitting in the living room. I usually do these like storytime videos outside. It's cold outside. I'm still kind of sick. Just not feeling that great. I'm cold. I'm fully dressed, but I'm wearing a robe just for the extra warmth. I'm sitting here. I'm actually watching Jaws, the first Jaws, for the millionth time in my life, which is a great movie. And I decided to take the camera out and sit here and tell this story to you. I do have a couple pictures. Now, they're not of me. It's not what you think. But I have to show two things that are very pivotal to this story. Number one, the soap itself, a very large bar of soap, as well as the setup in my bathroom. Okay, I have two bathrooms in my home. Both of them have a spout that's down like crotch level, waist level-ish, and water shoots out of them. Now, the one shower, I can kind of shut it off. The other shower, I can't. Now, what I do is I turn that spout all the way up to its highest point, and it kind of throws water, towards my back a little bit, all right? So I have a rain shower head, so the water comes straight down from the top, and then I have this thing throwing water at kind of like my lower back, mid-back section. Especially take a nice hot shower, it just feels good. It's kind of like a massage on the back. So that's the layout. Here's a picture of what that looks like. So you can see the hot and cold knobs here, but way below the hot and cold knobs there is a spout. I'm not quite sure why there's just one spout at crotch level. I didn't design the tub. It's just when I moved in here, that's what was there. So the one bathroom you could shut it off, the other bathroom you can't. So I just, again, angle it all the way up so that I have hot water hitting my back when I take a shower. So anyway, now that you see the layout, the whole story will make a little bit more sense. So I was taking a shower a couple weeks ago, and I have this enormous bar of soap. Now here's the story with the soap. This last Christmas, I went to my in-laws' house in Connecticut. We did a little bit of exchanging, and my sister-in-law got me a couple nice things. They got me like gourmet hot chocolate and things like that. She shops like all year round, so she picks up things here and there. So they do really, really nice Christmas gifts. And one of the things they saw was a man's bar of soap. It was like, kind of high-end soap. It smells really good, but it's huge. As you can see from this picture. So you see this thing. It's very much larger than a normal bar of soap. Okay, normal bar of soap fits in your hand. It's fine. Occasionally gets a little slippery, falls out of your hand. Not a big deal, not common. Anyway, so the first time I have this bar of soap, I'm lathering it up. I happen to use a washcloth in the shower, so I'm lathering up the washcloth. Put the washcloth down. I have like, one of those corner racks that kind of pressure fits in there, so there's like some shelves. So I put the soapy washcloth onto that shelf. Then I have the soapy bar, which I like to rinse off because I don't like to make a big mess on the shelf, So I'm just rinsing off the bar of soap so it's not all sudsy. And in that process, I lose control. I totally lose control of the massive 25-pound bar of soap. And it goes falling down to the bottom of the shower. Now, in the privacy of my own home, this shouldn't really be a problem, right? It's not like I'm in the middle of a prison shower stall. There's no issue here, apparently. Well, it turns out it does turn into an issue. So, I don't know if you guys know where this is going, okay, but here we go. Here's the journey, okay? And you have to be a little imaginative here. So this is my my butt, okay? My hind quarters, my rear ends, my bottom, my fanny, I never liked that word. My fanny, my buttocks, my cheeks. I don't know. There it is, right there, okay? Left and righty, right? So what happened is I'm reaching down to get this massive bar of soap, and my foot slipped on the sudsy water. I don't have like a shower, grippy mat or anything like that. Never is an issue. I don't slip in my shower often or anything. But of course, in this moment, I had to slip just a little bit. So what happened was my entire body moved backwards just enough for that nozzle to creep its way on right past my ham. And thank God it never made it inside. But it was kind of like a spaceship docking on a mothership, if this makes sense. And bear with me here, please. I know this is very graphic. I know. So here's the nozzle, and here's the mothership. Okay. And it's coming in. This my foot slipping, my body. Now this is stationary. This obviously is the nozzle. It's not going anywhere. But here's my body. And as I bend over, I slip just a little bit, and it just pushes back. I feel it slip past the cheeks ever so slightly, and just it made like a perfect seal, like the top on a bottle of ketchup or something. It just connected so slightly. Now there's water rushing out. Okay, so by the way, this whole thing, it wasn't like this slow motion, I lit a candle and the whole thing happened. No, this happened in like split seconds. Oh, there goes the soap, bend over, and it just made a little connection. And I was violated. I was violated by my shower. It was such a short moment in time, but I felt a rush of water. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. I never had an enema, but I have to assume it was very similar. And I immediately shot back up. I didn't even grab the bar of soap. My back, I went from bent over to just fastest I ever moved in my life. This is horrible. This is horrible. Most people would never, this is like, no one knows, just that was a moment that they had by themselves. But now I felt like a pressure. I had water in me, okay? Like a cup's worth of water. That very split second, just shot some water inside. Clean as a whistle, I have to say. And by the way, just a little pressure, just pushed out, and it was kind of like, the best way I could describe it is a water balloon popping, just a bunch of water. So yeah, that happened. That definitely happened, and immediately I was shocked by the whole incident, and it was very uncomfortable. And I'll be totally honest with you, because there's plenty of people out there that like the butt stuff. Not for me. Definitely not for me. That was my first experience with something, rushing inside, and I did not like it. I'm 100% honest with you guys. If it tickled my fancy, I would definitely let you know. Not that you need to know, but not for me. Honestly, I can openly say, did not enjoy it. I immediately kind of cracked up. I was laughing to myself. I couldn't believe what just happened. Like I said, luckily nothing entered inside the sacred of sacred, but it got right up to the doors and said hello. And it was a shock. It was a total shock and a mess. And I immediately started laughing. And Christina was in the other room. And of course she came in. She's like, what's going on? And I told her the story. Most people, what's going on? Nothing ever happened ever. I'm not telling everyone, ever. But no, of course me, I'm open. So I tell her, she starts laughing, and I couldn't wait to tell you guys because it's a crazy, horrible, amazing story at the same time. But 3 weeks later, here I am finally telling it to you. Absolutely insane. I still have the bar soap. I still use it. I use it very cautiously. I don't even know why I'm telling you guys. Obviously, it's funny for some people. Some people will be absolutely disgusted by this story. But this is reality. These are things that actually happen to people. I happen to be one of these people. Oh, lucky me, right? So, yeah, there you go. That's about as brutally honest and embarrassing of a story I can ever tell you. I don't think anything more embarrassing ever happened to me. I sharded once in my life. That's pretty embarrassing. I was very sick. I was ill with the flu. I was in bed, and it just happened. That there's not much more story than that, other than me immediately jumping out of the bed and cleaning up the mess. I was sick. Give me a break. But that's about it. I don't think I have any more super gross stories that I can remember, and I would think that I would remember something as gross as that. So anyway, that is about as real as it gets. I really don't know why I felt the need to share this story. I feel like it's kind of a warning. Although I'm sure it's extremely rare for you guys to have a shower that has a spout that comes out of the wall like that. It's very unique. It's old. This house was built in like, I think 83 or 82 or something like that. Let me know if you happen to have a shower that has the same type of spout. Generally speaking, these days at least, when you have water that comes out of the wall, the jets are like flush with the wall. For the obvious reason that you don't want to rub on them, bump on them, or anything like that. When I first moved in, I noticed them in the shower. I called them the ball washers because it was perfect for that. You know, you aim at the old bowling balls, you give them a little shine. That's fine, nothing wrong with that. But I never thought it would be a problem on the flip side of things. And apparently it took, I think I've been in this house maybe, I don't know, 7, 8 years, something like that, maybe 8 years. So 8 years I went with no incidences, and now all of a sudden that's a thing. So I'm very aware when I take showers that that nozzle's there. So that's it. If you guys want to take a moment to write down a comment, something that is incredibly embarrassing to you, you've never told anyone, and right now you feel open and free to express something that's happened to you, no judgment zone, let us know down in the comment section. You're among a bunch of strangers and friends, so feel free to share, at least to make me feel better about what happened to me. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Take care.